Good morning, folks. Welcome to the show this morning from BG Bluegrass, Bill's Grocery Bluegrass. We're located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. I'm Don, your host today, and my co-host, Mark Stoudemire, is on his way to Nashville, Tennessee to take a few days off from the show. And if you're watching, hey, Mark and Julie, have a safe trip. Today is Wednesday, January the 8th, 2025. Weather outside is 26 degrees, and the high today is supposed to reach 45 with a 0% chance of rain this afternoon. A cool day in the upstate. Snow will be come in the morning on Friday, and there will be lots of ice on the road. So if you're out there having to drive, please be careful. If you don't have to drive, stay home. Most of you know about the terrible storms that we had in the upstate. Remember those that weren't so fortunate as us. Keep them in your prayers. Our shout outs go to Jane, Heather, Josh, Carter, Blaine, Hudson, Hampton, Kenzie, Kim, Josh, Blakely, Grant, Sil, Heidi, and Charlie and Harper. And of course, always loving our son Martin, who's in the background. I don't know if you can see him. His picture's up on the wall there, and it'll always be on the wall there. Here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, we have music lessons. Actually, the music banjo and guitar teacher's here today with a student. So we teach fiddle, classical fiddle, mandolin, bass, guitar, banjo, anything with a string on it, we can teach it. We have the best instructors in the upstate by far, in my opinion. For more information, you can call me at 864-376-1482. If you don't have an instrument, we'll make sure you get one. Please click on the channel on the subscribe button below to subscribe to our channel. And if you would like to sponsor our show, just give me a call. There's no charge. There is a charge to be a sponsor. It's $25 a month, and we'll put you up on the big screen up here and run through it every week. You can get some business. You can follow us on our social media pages, YouTube, Facebook, under Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and Instagram under BG Bluegrass. Click below to subscribe. Okay, make sure you click below to subscribe. We sell all kinds of stuff here at the store. We sell hats. We have our own personalized mugs from Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. We don't sell food, but we sell junk food. Anything that's not good for you, we probably sell it behind the counter over there. Candy bars, all kinds of candy bars, peanuts, nuts, potato chips. We got a variety of stuff. Reese's Cup, which is my favorite. I can't eat them, but they're my favorite. So make sure you hit the subscribe button below to our channel. And again, if you'd like to sponsor, just give me a call. You can follow us on social media, YouTube, Facebook. And today our Facebook is down because the technician was here working on it. Didn't quite get it together to have it live, but we're on Instagram and all the other social media stuff that's out there. And remember, Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and an Instagram under BG Bluegrass. And click below to subscribe. And we sell hats, shirts, all the stuff that I was talking about. We sell instruments, fiddles, mandolins, guitars, banjo, pretty much anything with a string on it. We sell it here, and if we don't have it, we'll make sure we get you one. Our sponsor today is Mr. Gary Bell, our banjo and guitar instructor here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. Mr. Bell teaches all kinds of music, blues, rock, country, folk, and bluegrass. And he's an excellent, excellent teacher. We've had him here since his brother passed, Mr. Larry. I get him confused, Larry and Gary. When he walked in the door the first time, he looked like his brother. I almost fell over. I said, Larry came back to see me. He's the brother of our longtime friend and musician, Mr. Larry Bell. We're also blessed to have Mr. Bell here at Breazeale's to teach what he loves to do, and that is play music. He is here every Wednesday morning, starting around 9:30. And if you want more information, you can call Mr. Bell at 864-517-0044. Again, Mr. Bell's phone number is 864-517-0044. Or you can contact me, Don, at 864-376-1482. Okay. As you can see, I'm up here by myself, alone. Mark is on his way to Nashville, Tennessee for a little R&R. So I really don't have a lot to share this morning, other than I'm saddened when I look at those news reports about those people up in North Carolina that are not so fortunate. And there's some gentleman that's been providing these mobile home. It's not a mobile home, but it's kind of like a home on wheels. It's like a tiny home. They don't have as much as a tiny home, not as big as a tiny home, but it's a place to live. So he's providing those, and he got national attention because other people that build these things from around the country started sending them to there, and he's setting them up. He's on site now. He sets them up, and he got an overwhelming response. And I think he said they got about 3,000 now coming to set up for those folks that are not so fortunate. You know, and I look at that, and I'm saddened because people that have lived there all their lives, and now they have nothing. And I just hope and pray that the government helps them the way they should. You know, a lot of times these government programs, they just get filtered down through other areas and never really reaches the people that are in need. So a little word to our government: please help these people. They're in dire need, and we can help them. If we can help other countries and give all that money to other countries, surely we can help our own. So those of you that are in higher government power, I hope you're listening to this broadcast, because I urge you to please make sure that these people that have lost everything be the first to get funded and get their homes back in place and stuff like that. So anyway, keep these folks in your thoughts and in your prayers. Hello, Mark, Julie. You know you're traveling, so I want to just say another shout out to you folks. Be careful out there on the road. You know, we got some nasty weather coming in Friday. Supposed to start to rain a little bit, bad weather, I think, tomorrow, late evening. And then Friday is supposed to be, we're kind of on the borderline of snow, but we definitely will have sleet and rain and icy roads, because when that stuff hits, it freezes. So if you're out there and you need to travel, please be careful. Go slow. You can't, ice, you can't travel on ice. You slip and slide. So if you have to drive slow. So if you go off the road, the grass and stuff will catch you, and then you'll get a little traction. And what I used to do sometimes is I take my right side and put it on the grassy part and drive on the grassy part while the other side was on the road. So that's what I would do. Of course, you know, I did crazy stuff in the snow, ice, and rain. We'd go to shopping center parking lots and do donuts in the parking lot. That was fun. So anyway, we have a show coming up in February. I'll get them in a minute. Anyway, I want to announce this coming up. It's called the 13th Annual Winter Bluegrass Jubilee. They do it every year, and we're one of their sponsors. We help out financially by sponsoring the show, one of the sponsors, presented by the Young Appalachian Musicians. And if you've never been here, you need to go. It is a wonderful, it's a daily event, all-day event. It's a wonderful program, and they compete on stage. And you walk around, there's vendors, they have food there. It's just a wonderful place. Good people, young people that just absolutely amaze me how they play those instruments so well. Again, it's 13th Annual Winter Jubilee presented by the Young Appalachian Musicians. And some of the top people that'll be playing there will be Russell Moore and Third Time Out. That's a first-class group right there. They're one of your top bluegrass bands in the country. And I personally know the mandolin player. Can't remember, Kristen Scott Benson's husband. And I can't get his name right now, but we go to his house once every few months, and Mark takes lessons, mandolin lessons from him, and I take some banjo lessons from Kristen at their home. They're great folks, and that whole group is a great group. The other group is Darren Nicholson Band, and I don't know that I've ever heard Darren Nicholson Band. Might have, but they'll be there as well. Here's some other people that will be there. The Creekwater Collective Band, Bluegrass and Company. They've been here several times. Wilder Flower, Tigertown Roots. Yes, that's my son used to be their banjo player at Tigertown Roots, and I'm glad they're keeping the tradition at Clemson University going with bluegrass music. Thank you, Clemson University, for continuing to have bluegrass taught at Clemson University. So if you're in the area, you're thinking about going to Clemson University and you're a musician or want to be a musician, they have an excellent class there for bluegrass music. They'll teach you how to play, they'll teach you how to sing, they teach it to you all. So if you're interested in that, call Clemson University and they'll route you to the right guy. His name is Ryan Wilson that runs that program over there, and they'll route you to the right place so you can get some good teaching. Sweet Potato Pie Kids will be there. And the Yam Band, and you know, the Yam Band, I think they change as kids get older and they graduate from there. But this year will be, I'm looking forward to seeing the new members and the old members of the Yam Band. It's at Pickens High School, Pickens, South Carolina. Again, this event is at Pickens High School, Pickens, South Carolina. The date is January the 18th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Again, that's at Pickens High School in Pickens, South Carolina. January 18th at 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Put it on your calendar. Try to be there to support these musicians. They're great kids. And if it wasn't for programs like this, there wouldn't be much bluegrass around. Because it's programs like this that really help jumpstart the bluegrass community with these young kids all excited about it. They'll have workshops. If you want to go into one of the workshops in one of the rooms, there'd be a banjo workshop, guitar, fiddle, mandolin. I'm sure they have them all. Little workshops that you can go in there and learn some stuff, or just sit down and pick with them. You know, it's a lot of fun. There'll be jamming sessions where they just have sessions where people come in. I remember last year I went and I didn't bring my instrument, but I'll bring it this year. And they just have a room where people just come in and sit down and jam, and that's a lot of fun. I think I did sing a couple of songs though in that jam session. There'll be food concessions. They have a room that's got all kinds of good food in it. There'll be vendors there. As you walk in, they'll have tables with different vendors for different stuff in the bluegrass industry. Tickets and information. You can get tickets and information at, write this down, www.yamupstate.com. Excuse me. I might have to do that again. Anyway, tickets and information, www.yamupstate.com. Write that down, yamupstate.com. And you can get tickets right online, and you won't have to go there. That way you can get your ticket, and when you get there, just give me a ticket. So anyway, a great program. Again, 13th Annual Winter Jubilee presented by the Young Appalachian Musicians, January the 18th, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. You won't want to miss this event. It's coming up. Put it on your calendar. Anyway, so much for that. Getting back to the weather that's coming up, it's bad. It's going to be bad. We have about one or two of these events a year here in the Pendleton, Anderson area. Not a lot, but we have them about once or twice a year. uh, some bad events like this. We used to have the Little Roy and Lizzie show here in January. Seemed like every time they came, it'd be bad weather, but they would always come and do a show here. Now we moved that show till April, so the weather's nice. They will not be here this April, but they'll be here next year, 2026. Yeah, 2026, around April. And we'll update you on information for tickets and stuff as we get closer to that event. Anyway, we'll have a group here in February. They're called Headin' Home, Headin'-Home. Headin' Home. Look them up. They'll be here February it's on a Friday night. I believe it's the 17th. I'm not sure about that, but I'll clarify it on our next show next week, and we'll be talking more about that as we get closer to that date. So anyway, that's what's going on here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and I'll be booking some more people because I'm getting ready at the end of this month, getting ready to go to Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to SPIGMA. SPIGMA stands for Southern Preservation of Bluegrass Music Association. We've been going, I think, about 13, 14 years. My son Martin and I used to go all the time. Every year, we haven't missed one. And I still go since he passed. My wife and I go. We stay in the same room, 3131, same room, 14 years. And I always book about 20 rooms, sometimes more. Every year, before I leave, I book about 20 rooms. I tell Monica, make sure I get 20 rooms on that same floor. And I usually fill them up. This year, I got them all filled but one, but I'm sure by the time the end of the month comes, I'll get Mr. Gary Bell or somebody to take that room and go to Nashville, Tennessee with us. Now, he's been there before. He's been to about every event, bluegrass event in the upstate and all around, I think. He's been to all of them, but yeah, maybe one year he'll go with us. Mr. Gary Bell also teaches banjo guitar, and he teaches in Greenville, South Carolina. So if you're not near Anderson or Pendleton area, you can call him, and he'll be more than happy to give you a lesson in Greenville, South Carolina. He's got a studio at his home, and he can take you in there, and I'm telling you, this guy's an amazing teacher. His brother taught different than Mr. Gary Bell, but at the end of the day, they both finished where students wanted to finish. They were both excellent. They just had different ways of teaching. And sometimes when I'm practicing my banjo here, and Mr. Gary, I'm trying to figure out something. I say, Mr. Gary, how you do that? And he'll sit down with me and show me how to do it. He showed me a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to remember, huh, Mr. Bell? Yeah, but he's a great teacher. He just had a student in here, just left. This guy's a fairly new student, but he has a little musical background, so it's a little bit easier for him probably. And I was amazed that he was doing those rolls, forward, reverse rolls like nobody's business. And once you learn those forward, reverse rolls, and you can talk at the same time, you're there. So he's almost there because he can do them, but he can't talk while he's doing them yet. Give him another week or so, and he'll be talking and doing those rolls. That's how you start out. You just got to sit there. Don't even think about this. Just do those, figure out those rolls. And once you get those rolls down, then you can add this to it. Just looking at my information here, I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with the Los Angeles fires. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Homes being burnt to the ground. And I saw on the news where cars were backed up. There was even a piece of equipment, a big tractor, load or something. They were pushing cars. I mean, they were hitting each other, pushing them side of the road to get fire trucks and stuff in there because these people abandoning cars, I guess. So anyway, that's what's happening here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. And here comes that student. I was just bragging on you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how you've come so far in what you're learning is amazing, because the students that I've seen come and go through here don't get as advanced as he does that quick. Yeah, but he's got music background, and he's an excellent guy. He's got music background, so it makes it a little bit easier for him. But I noticed, I was just telling him about your rolls, forward and reverse roll. When you can learn to do those and talk at the same time, you're there.
Yeah. I ain't talking yet.
Yeah, he's not talking yet. He's not talking yet. Mark, Stoudemire and Julie are on the road. Mark, if you're watching the broadcast, please be careful, especially coming back, because coming back, the weather's, they're supposed to come back, I think Saturday, and they're gonna have that, well, that bad stuff will be up there probably tomorrow, so they'll beat it there, but then coming back, it's gonna be a little tricky. So drive slow, you guys, on the way back. Drive slow on the way up there too. So anyway, I'm trying to think what else that I could share with you folks on the air before we go off. We got about 8 minutes left on the air. Oh, if you want to call during the broadcast, you can call here 864-376-1482. Feel free to call. I'll answer your questions on the air if I can. If you want information about music lessons, the groups that are coming, you want information about Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, the store here, you can call. Be glad to share whatever I know about this place. I've had it for, I think, going on 19 years, not 19 years, but probably 18th year, going on 19 maybe next year, something like that. So we've been here for quite a long time. And we started doing this broadcast a while back. I got all the cameras, equipment fitted, and now we're getting it refitted from my friend that was just here. He left, but he is our equipment and sound engineer for the store. He's streamlining. He's got rid of all the wires, and it's pretty much wireless now, all this stuff. So anyway, great guy, and he's also a banjo student, learning the banjo, and he does a real good job on the banjo. Again, we got a room left. I just got a note. We've been here 17 years. Sorry about that. I just got a note that my wife says she keeps up with that. We've been here 17 years, going on 18 years, so I was a year off. Anyway, we've been here a long time. Been here a long time. Yeah, we got 6 minutes left of the broadcast. Again, if you want to call here, 864-376-1482, and you might have questions about music. If you're having a bad day, I'll talk to you. Maybe I can help you. Anything you want to talk about, I'd be more than happy to help you. I had my friend yesterday, Richard Pruitt, fiddle player, got something wrong with his arm, so he can play the fiddle, a few tunes on the fiddle, then he's got to put it down because his arm hurts. He was here helping me fix something in there. Great guy. Actually, he's the one that helped me get this start. Well, he helped me get it started. When I met Richard at Spigma years and years ago, I didn't know who he was, but he's a fiddle player, and I didn't even have an instrument. I went with my son. He had his banjo. I didn't even own a guitar because I quit playing for 20 years. So I heard him talking. He said he was from Anderson, South Carolina, and I said, "Oh, I'm from Pendleton, South Carolina." So we got to talking, and I said, "Yeah, I used to be a pretty good fiddle player down in Florida. I played with a little group, and I was a good fiddle player, but I ain't played in 20 years." He said, "Well, you're going to start playing again." So what? Anyway, long and short, I bought this little store, and we started playing. I picked up my fiddle again. So I've been playing my fiddle, but you know, when you get my age, trying to come back after 20 years of sitting down, it's not easy. But I got it hanging on the wall over here. I try to play it every Saturday night. I'll play a couple of tunes that I know. And sometimes when they're up here playing, I can follow along with the fiddle in some of the tunes that they do, especially in A, the key of A. That's a good. That's fiddle players like it. Key of A, most fiddle players. So I try to pick up and go with those folks on Saturday night with my fiddle. I'm also taking banjo lessons from Mr. Gary Bell over here. I take banjo lessons, and then I do my own. I've got to the point where I can read tablature and stuff, so I sit down on the bench over here every day, and I pick up my banjo and try to work through a few tunes on my banjo. I'm also a guitar player. I'm not a lead guitar player. I'm a rhythm guitar player. I got good rhythm. I can pick up usually about any band and sit in with them and do pretty good. And I do vocals. I sing a lot of bluegrass tunes. So when I go places, people say, "Hey, can you sing them?" Because most of the people I play with, there's a few, they don't sing. They play instruments very well, and I'll do the singing for them. And I get them maybe harmonize with me if they can. Yeah, you know, harmonization is a key to singing. Having two different voices, a tenor voice and maybe a soprano voice or a bass voice, you got to match them up. And seems that I can match up with pretty much anybody, except for when they're in high tenors and stuff. It's hard for me to reach those notes. So sometimes we have to drop it down in the key that we're playing, so it allows me to sing with them stuff. So anyway, we have about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Oh, 2 minutes. My producer says 2 minutes. So I'll try to wrap it up. So I don't have any music for you today, and my co-host is not here, so I'm kind of lost without my co-host because he always has something to talk about or always brings in somebody to talk about. I think next week, it might be next week, not sure, he's going to bring in the finished product of the man that built his ukulele. You know, I think he added a fifth or sixth string to the ukulele. And I don't understand how that works. How you going to learn? But Mark Stoudemire, being the musician that he is, he'll know what to do with that six-string ukulele. So when it's finished, we're going to bring it up here, show you the finished product of his ukulele that he had custom built by a man over here at Clemson that builds ukuleles. And actually that is pronounced ukulele. Not ukulele, it's ukulele. Ukulele. I guess that's a Hawaiian term. Maybe they used it over there. Ukulele. Ukulele. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Tell me if I'm wrong, Mark. I know you're watching. Ukulele is the way he pronounced it. Ukulele. Yeah, that's the way he pronounced it. So, watch our shows, and he'll be back in about a week or two to show the finished product on the ukulele, and he'll play it for you. He can play it very well too. So anyway, we're about done with the broadcast, I think. So you people in the upstate, stay warm, and come back next week, same time, same station, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Come and watch our show. Bye-bye.